Guys, so you want to know how to do the walk around check, the vehicle walk around check. So this is how you do it. So you basically go onto my bio, that's my front page. If you click the link that says Linktree, it will take you to this once it loads up. And then what you can do is choose what you need to choose, which if you go 1, 2, 3, 4 down, the taxi license vehicle check, and press that, it will then open this up. So this is the full link to the taxi licensing vehicle check. Now, I don't think this is a daily check, to be honest. I think probably every few days. So you basically fill your name in, the licensing authority, which obviously there's two options there. You need the City of Wolverhampton Council in this instance, then your vehicle registration, then your vehicle mileage, and then your license type. So I don't know why it doesn't bring anything up. And then obviously your badge number. Read all the warnings, obviously the privacy statement, blah, blah, blah. Right, as you can see, there is actually a red section. So requirement and select only if fault identified. So basically the requirement is, as you can see, it says foot/brake works correctly and does not have any excess travel, etc. Hand parking brake works correctly. So they're basically the requirements. And then on your right hand side you have the select only if fault is identified. So guys, some people are getting this wrong and they're actually pressing these anyway. They think they have to press them. So no, you don't. Just don't press anything unless there's a fault. So just read through everything, make sure everything's good. So obviously I've done the first one for the brakes, a horn and steering. Horn control is easily accessible from driver's seat. Well, I don't see any reason why it shouldn't be. That's where most of the horns are. The horn works when it's controlled is operated. So basically when you press your horn, that's okay. Steering has no excessive play. So check your steering, make sure that there's no access there so it's not wobbling or anything like that. Obligatory lights and lenses. All lights and indicators work correctly. Obviously, you know how to do that. Check your indicators, put them on, go outside and see if they're all working. All lenses are present, clean, in good condition, and are the correct colour. So basically make sure they're all clean, and once again make sure they're all good colour, the right colour. Stop lamps come on when the service brake is applied and go out when released. So basically, obviously you can't do that yourself. Hopefully get someone to do it for you. Or if you see any reflections, if you pull up to a window outside the shop, reverse, you can actually see your brake lights going on. That's one easy way to do it. All dashboard warning lamps work correctly, including if fitted automatic braking system, airbags. Basically make sure that all your warning lights are coming on. Once you start your engine, you'll see them all coming on, and then hopefully go off. If you've got any problems with any warning lights, obviously get them fixed. It will show you what you need to fix. Mirrors and glass. All required mirrors are fitted and should be properly aligned and secured. So make sure all your mirrors are fitted good and are not wobbly, broken, or anything like that, cracked. And also your view of the road in all directions must not be obscured by damage, excessively tinted or discoloured glass, or obstructions, i.e. stickers or advertisements. So basically, when you look in your mirrors, make sure you can see everything with nothing in the way. All windows are operational. Yep. Make sure your windows go up and down. If they don't, obviously get them fixed. Seats and seat belts. All seats are secure. Make sure that there's no wobbly seats, nothing that comes away from the floor of the vehicle. And all seat belts must operate correctly and must be free from cuts and damage. So basically make sure that the seat belts will click in and they will stay in when they're in. If they don't, go and get them fixed. Make sure there's no cuts on the actual seat belts themselves. Make sure that they're not damaged and they look like brand new. Washers and wipers. Wipers move as per manufacturer design when switched on. Make sure that obviously they're basically working, windscreen wipers. And make sure that when they do work, when they're moving away any residue from your screen or any water from your screen, that everything is 100% clear once it's moved it. Washers point at the windscreen are operational. So basically, when you're squirting water from your washers, that it actually hits your windscreen and doesn't go over the top of the vehicle or squirt anybody in the face that's on the left or the right hand side of the vehicle. And make sure on a weekly basis, maybe every few, well, once again, every few days you're supposed to do it on this, or every day or whatever. But make sure your washer fluids are all topped up. Make sure all your fluids are always topped up, to be honest. Battery, right. Battery is held securely in place by the correct means, so make sure your battery isn't loose. Battery isn't leaking, so there's nothing coming out of your battery liquid-wise. If there is, obviously get a new battery. And the battery terminals are secure and free from corrosion. Right, fluids, fuel and oil. The brake fluid, engine coolant, engine oil, power steering fluid, windscreen, you get the message. Check and make sure that everything is at the correct level. If it's not at the correct level, go out and get some or buy some and put it in your engine into the section that needs filling up. The fuel filler cap must be securely fitted and the seal is not torn, perished or missing. So basically, where you put your fuel in, make sure the cap is actually there for one. Make sure it actually screws in and make sure it's not damaged so any leaks can come out. There must not be any brake fluid or power steering fluid on your water leaks. Yet make sure when you're checking your vehicle, if it's a dry day, check under your vehicle and make sure there's no leaks underneath. You'll be able to spot them, any fluid on the floor. Make sure that there's no leaks underneath your vehicle. Right, with the engine off, look for puddles on the ground. There you go. With the engine on, check underneath the vehicle for any fuel. Yeah, once again, yeah, check it in the morning before you start your engine that there's no leaks. So once you start your engine, check again and make sure nothing's leak. On occasion, if you've got aircon, you'll see it does leak. Don't worry, that's just the aircon. Bodyworks and doors. All doors must shut properly, must be secure when closed, and must stay open when required for passenger entrance or exit. Yes, make sure that the doors are secure. Nobody's going to fall out. I mean, in most vehicles nowadays, it does say on your dash if the door's not closed, etc. There must not be any sharp edges or excess corrosion. Make sure there's no damage to your doors, basically. There's no corrosion on them, so it's not got any rust or anything like that. All body panels and sills must not be loose or in danger of falling off and free from excessive damage. So basically, yeah, anything on the body of the vehicle should not be falling off. If any screws have come out and you've got the odd flutter going on one of the panels, make sure you get it fixed. That's quite an important thing, because obviously you don't want to be driving down the road, part of your vehicle falls off or hits somebody or goes in front of another vehicle. Exhaust. The exhaust must be secure, free from leaks, and not emit excessive amounts of smoke. Yeah, so basically, obviously, sometimes exhausts do go lower because they've unattached from the underneath. So check that. Make sure there's it doesn't wobble too excessively, and keep an eye when you're driving on the back. If you see any dark smoke coming from it, stop immediately or get to a nearest mechanics and get that sorted out. Tires and wheels. Obviously, check as much of your tires and wheels as you can see. There must be a minimum tread depth of 1.6mm across the center 75% of the tread, which the best rule of thumb is to actually change them if it's 2mm. 1.6mm is basically the lowest of the lowest. So once they get to about 2mm, I would, or lower, I would change your tyres. Make sure obviously they're fully pumped. Check those every few days. Correctly inflated, obviously. There's no cuts or any problems with the sidewall. Make sure there's no indentations. Just basically look at your tyres and look if they look, see if they look newish, or yeah, they look good basically. No cord visible on the tyre, no missing or insecure wheel nuts. So make sure your wheel nuts are on there. If you get stopped and you've got one wheel nut gone, you're going to be fined and you're going to be taken off the road. Space saver tyres when fitted are sufficient for use. Hire and reward can be used merely to get the vehicle to where a full-size tyre can be fitted. Basically, make sure if you've got a spare, that spare is good and that it's pumped up, it's not flat. Some people tend not to actually look at the spare tyre for a long time, so make sure, number one, it's there, and number two, it's pumped up and inflated correctly. If you don't have a spare tyre, obviously you'll have the gas things that pump your tyre up for you, just so you can get to the nearest place where you can get a full-size tyre. License plate sticks and other identifiers. Drivers must ensure all required plates and mandatory signs must be in place on the vehicle before use. So basically, you must have your plate on the back, you must have all your door signs, and stuff like that. And obviously, if you're a taxi, the roof light is safe and operational if fitted, and your taximeter, if fitted, the seal is intact. So once you've done all of these checks, you get down to the bottom. As long as you've not ticked anything, as long as there's nothing, no problems or anything, press the declaration and then press submit. Okay, so that's basically all you need to do. I know it's been a long-winded video, but if you've got any questions, please let me know. And once again, you can get that from my bio. So you go into here and you click vehicle licensing, vehicle check. That's just a quick link for you on a daily basis, guys. So yeah, that's it basically. So there's my bio once again. Linktree goes into my Linktree. You've got all sorts of things there that you can actually God, when my phone works that you can actually click on. There you go. So click on the one that you need. Obviously we've just been talking about that one. There is many other ones on there as well if you want to click on those links. But yeah, basically there you go. I hope that all helps, guys, and if you find this video interesting, please click the like and the share, and please comment as well and let me know if this helped you at all. It does really help me a lot once you click like and follow. Okay, thanks guys, and hope you have a great evening.